What's going on, guys? Well, you can see that I've got some muscle body work going on here today in various stages of restoration. I got two different ones that I'm working on currently. One is Air Adventure muscle body, and the other is a Talking Commander muscle body. Let's start with the Air Adventure first and kind of go over what's going on with him. This is the guy who's actually in parts here. Just put his torso over here, and I just recently reflocked his head. At the end of this video, I'll post a couple flocking videos I did. But yeah, I think it turned out pretty good. Thought I got the mix decent, so I'm satisfied with that. So I decided to make a lower body repair kit for muscle bodies. Obviously, these are upper body repair kits. You can buy those off Cotswold or eBay, or I know some other gentlemen sell those. But I took apart this muscle body, the legs here, because the hips were extremely loose because the elastic over time has lost a lot of its tension, due to just material degradation. So here's the the left leg that's been taken apart, so you can see the material here. You can see the knee grommet, the ankle grommet. So I took the right leg apart right here, and I created, using some old, well, first let me just say this. The old G.I. Joe style pegs that fit in the classic bodies, they're Gen 1 bodies as I like to call them, those pegs fit nicely in the knee and ankle slots of the muscle body calf and lower leg. So I just want to say that real quick. So what I did is I had some broken grommets from an old classic style body, and I took and I cannibalized the old leg portion, or the portion I removed out of the calf, and made these grommets right here for the leg, or I'm sorry, for the knee and the ankle. And then I got some smooth on silicone mold and molded those, a 1-part mold, because that's the easiest way to do it. I also took the hip cone, which fits, if you're familiar with the muscle bodies, it fits up in this and then it goes up into the, well, you can see here, I'm not even going to bother showing you. This is how it fits. I took the hip cone and I molded it as well here, and I created these new hip pieces, and I just used standard bungee cord and these electrical crimps. So I've made a whole new elastic system that fits just almost like this. So anyways, I molded and cast these knee pieces and these ankle pieces so they actually work perfectly in these. Let me put one together here real quick. Sorry for that. So the knee part fits right in there in the calf. Same thing with the ankle part. I'll snap it in there and show you what I'm talking about. So they fit in there, and it's a nice replacement for that old rubberized elastic on the muscle bodies. So I wanted to share that with you guys. I might make a few of these just to sell, and then post a how-to video. Well, I guess you can watch this video and kind of see how to do it. It doesn't take a genius with an engineering degree to figure this out. If I can do it, anybody else can. So this Air Adventure, now I have a retrofitted repair kit for the lower legs. Now, the thing about these muscle bodies, which I find fascinating, is that, we like to joke a lot about how junky they are, and but they are collectible, and they are sought after by a lot of people, and you can definitely tell by just getting on eBay and searching. And you'll see the prices vary from time to time on these. Sometimes they go high, sometimes they go low. But they are highly collectible, and there's a soft spot in everybody's heart for them. They are a neat body, given the fact that they only have limited articulation. They do look well in clothes, especially spandex style bodysuits, as opposed to the less muscular classic bodies. But needless to say, I enjoy collecting and restoring these because I think there's a little bit of a therapeutic deal to it. I just like to repair things like this. The old classic bodies are pretty simple. You just got some grommets, and you can do a lot of things to repair those, and they're pretty simple to repair. But the muscle bodies take a little bit of thought, especially with the lower bodies. So I wanted to share that with you guys on that. I've created a sort of retrofit kit for those. Anybody can do this. If you have an old muscle body, you're competent enough to do some casting and molding. So I would suggest, trying that at some point in time. Now, back over to this guy. This is my Talking Commander. Now, I finally acquired one. I have 3 muscle body Talking Commanders. I have one that's complete vintage. The talking block works okay. Joe Vitale, the Joe Doc, fixed it for me. It still works okay, but I may revisit it at some point and try to do some repairs myself as I've gotten more proficient at repairing talker boxes. I think maybe I can fix it a little better, but Joe does a great job. But this guy here is my second muscle body talker with the new box. I did restore one previously, if you see my videos, where I put a classic or original G.I. Joe Commander talking box in there, and that guy works out great, and I like him as well. But this guy here came to me in a lot of some stuff, and got him pretty cheap. The talking mechanism is garbage, which I found with these late issue ones. They have some problems, and I originally intended to do a video on this, but it was such a pain in the butt that I just said screw it, and I just started working on it. I became kind of obsessed with it, and started working on it by myself to try to just fix it. And I have fixed it to the point where he talks pretty well. He says most phrases. I still need to get the body assembled and then get him put back in the chest and add a dog tag so he can talk and just see how he does. But I've spent so much time on this talking box that, it's become an issue. I got to stop being obsessed with it. So I've also got the blower arms, with these toasted Kung Fu grip hands, which is also very common with the old Kung Fu grip rubber. Again, the rubber over time, depending on exposure, degrades and falls apart. So that's where I'm at with this. We'll pause the video, and I'm going to assemble a leg, and then we'll come back and I'll talk about these some more. Okay guys, we're back. So I have the muscle body repair kit I talked about earlier. You get off eBay or Cotswold Collectible. So these arms are drying. I've put the new plastic pieces on them and pounded the rivets out in them, so they're ready to go. Should be dry here in a few moments. Back to the waist and the hip retrofit. Like I explained, I molded these cones that go up in the hip, and then I ran that bungee cord elastic with the crimp all the way up through there. Pretty simple, just run the elastic through, then put the hip cone, the smaller hip cone, and then another crimp in the cord. So what we'll do is, after these arms dry and they're ready to go, basically we'll just insert the elastic right there as so, and then we'll put the arms in the torso and basically snap it all together. And when it all gets snapped together, then we'll go back and we will we'll pull these, put tension on the elastic bungee cord and then crimp these two to keep it in place. And I'll do that off camera because it's hard to do on camera. But you'll see, like I said, if you look at my old muscle body videos, you'll see how I did it. I'll post some links to it in the comments section of this video so you'll know what I'm doing. So that's essentially what I'm doing. I'm just creating a new waist portion, and then this will be where the tension comes to keep the legs in place. And then I have installed the foot grommet, foot peg. I just used plastic rivets. I just use these the styrene. I tell you, hold on one second. I'll tell you the size of it. Actually, it is 1/10 of an inch. So 1/10 of an inch styrene. I just melt one end, push it through, and then I take a flathead nail and a butane lighter and heat this end up of the flathead nail and just melt the other side so it creates a plastic rivet. So that's in there, and then of course the knee peg is in there as well. So we just put the knee peg in place and then snap this in place, and then you've got a nice leg. So we'll do that for both legs, and then basically that just snaps up in the hip like so, like on the other muscle bodies. So you glue it all together and we'll have a complete figure. What I'll do is I'll do the torso and midsection first, and then I'll come back and show you the completed version of that.